Hey everybody, welcome back to Thrifting Tiger. Today I'm going to be going over how much money I made in the first 3 months of 2024 as a part-time reseller. I'll be going over a breakdown of the total gross sales, total net sales, how much in fees, how much in cost of goods, and then I'll let you guys know how much profit I actually made from all of the sales on eBay. So if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Gary, also known as Thrifting Tiger. I am a part-time reseller. I do have a full-time job. At the end of the video, I'll also give you my top 10 sales for the first 3 months of 2024 as well. With that being said, let's dive right in. So I have the eBay website pulled up. Under the performance tab, you can see your sales. I've filtered everything out by the first 3 months, starting on January 1st through the end of March of this year. And if we just scroll down here, you will now see the report and how I performed through the last 3 months of 2023 is what they're comparing it to. Right here on the top left is the total sales, including taxes being collected. I made $13,063.26. Now these figures are gross sales. So this is everything before all of the eBay fees, all the selling costs, all the shipping fees, and this also does not include the cost of goods. So a few things you want to take into consideration when looking at this figure. So as we can see here, we had $802.38 that eBay collected for taxes and fees. And if we kind of scroll over here, this includes taxes and government fees such as recycling fees collected from buyers by you or eBay. That's what those fees are. And in the third section here, you will see the total selling cost that eBay collected. This was a total of $3,278.25. And if we just hover over the information area, you will see it includes all eBay fees, the amount you paid to buy shipping labels on eBay, any charitable donations if applicable as well, which leaves us a net total of $8,982.63. So this is everything that will be coming back to me. So not too bad for the first 3 months of 2024 as a part-time reseller. If you look at the next little section here, you'll see the amount of items that I actually sold in this period. I sold 226 items with an average sales price per item of $57.80, which is pretty good actually considering. And then the last area here on the right side, you'll see sales via auction and sales via fixed price. Everything that I sold in the first 3 months have always been fixed price. I have not done a single auction, which is why you can see the difference here. And then you can also see sales by category here. Most of my sales in the first 3 months have been clothing items, as you can see here. If you guys never looked at the sales area for under the performance tab, I highly recommend you take a look at it because you can see what has been selling great for you guys and what maybe isn't the best. So of course we had to buy these items before we could sell them. So how much did we actually pay? Well, I looked it up. I looked up every single item. I keep a spreadsheet of all the items that I do pick up. I mainly buy through thrift stores or garage sales, so it's a little bit easier for me to track it. But we did have a total of $2,173.66 in our cost of goods. With that, we need to subtract that amount from our net sales on eBay, and we get a grand total of $6,808.97. So that is the actual profit that we will be making after the eBay fees. So you can see there's a big difference there. I just wanted to go over the figures to show you guys how I'm actually doing. I think it's doing really well actually. And this is probably, I think this is my 4th year doing reselling now. So it has been increasing every single year. I have been upping my inventory. I've been learning a lot more. I've been more picky with certain items, and my average sales price item has been going up as well. So I've been picking up better items that sell better for more money. But that is it. That is the quick breakdown of how I am doing so far in the first quarter of 2024 as a part-time reseller. Roughly, I'm doing about 20 to 25 hours of work per week, I would say. Maybe even less than that, honestly. This is just a rough estimate. And this includes sourcing, listing, taking photographs, all that fun stuff with selling on eBay. Now, I'm not selling like $100,000 like some people are as a full-time reseller, but as a part-time reseller, I think I'm doing pretty well, to be honest with you guys. My goal is to really try and push this into full-time, to take over my current job's salary and go full-time into reselling. That is my goal. I don't know when that will be, but having some extra cash in my pocket definitely helps for sure. That is it for the total figures. Now I'm just going to go over the top 10 items that sold in the first quarter of 2024, just to round things off for you guys to see what sold for me for a good amount of money. Now, this list is based off of the dollar amount that the item sold for, not necessarily the return on investment, but maybe some items that you want to maybe look for out in the wild. Starting things off with number 10 is this Gucci vintage polo shirt. I did get it authenticated through the Legit app, so I did have to pay a fee on this as well. I bought this item back on November 3rd of 2023 for $9.59, and it sold on March 28th for $85 plus shipping. Number 9 are a pair of Doc Martens. These are a men's size 13 boot. Didn't look like anything special. They're in really good shape though. It's not the original boot, but it's a kind of like a sneaker boot, it looked like. I bought it back on January 27th of this year for $12.99. It sold on March 21st for $89.95 plus shipping. Definitely a great brand to look out for. If you guys ever see Docs in the wild, definitely look them up before you buy them. I would say though, not every Doc Marten does well, but a good one that sold for me recently are those Y2K sandals. Definitely keep an eye out for those, especially for this summer. I think people are going to be buying those up and they will be selling quickly. Coming in at number 8 is this Polo Ralph Lauren men's puffer jacket. I bought this back in September of 2023. Paid $15 for this and it sold on January 4th for $90 plus shipping. Coming in at number 7 are these Lucchese boots. I bought these at the Salvation Army. Paid $5.99 for these back in October. And these sold on January 8th for $110 plus shipping. Lucchese is a great cowboy boots brand to be on the lookout. I've mentioned this in the past too. If you guys don't know what the style is after you've bought it, you can actually email Lucchese with the style number and maybe some photos, and they will actually reply back to you with the actual model, the leather type it is, and the approximate age of how old these are as well, so you might be able to determine if it's vintage or not. And they've been very responsive every time I've had to email them. But Lucchese, great brand to look out for. Coming in at number 6 are these Ferragamo blue loafers. These are men's loafers. I actually bought these back in December at the Turnstile consignment store. I actually paid up for these. I paid $39 for these, and they ended up selling on January 10th for $125 plus shipping. So I still made money from a consignment store. Typically they price things up at consignment stores. I knew Ferragamo was pretty good. These did look legit to me. Ended up being good. A lot of the Ferragamo loafers actually do really well, so definitely a brand and style to keep an eye out for. All right, we are rounding up the top 5 here with the Asics wrestling shoes. These were a blue one, and actually this was more of a recent sale for me. I actually bought these at the Savers. Bought these back in January for $7.43 only, and these ended up being a pretty rare one. And I love picking up wrestling shoes. I've talked about it before. If you guys find vintage wrestling shoes, they actually can do really well. But these particular ones weren't a vintage, but they were just more of a rare style, I guess, or a rare color. It was like a royal blue color. And these sold for $135 plus shipping. Not all wrestling shoes do that great, but some of them can actually go for really good money, especially the vintage ones. Number 4 are these Carhartt camel pants. I think this was the Realtree camouflage that they put on here. They're like hunting pants. I actually bought these back in January at the grand opening Goodwill. Nobody had picked these up when I got to the pants section. Paid $10.99 for these. Ended up selling them for $150 plus shipping. I believe these are a discontinued model, or they are a rare model. For whatever reason, these actually do really well. And if you guys ever find Carhartt camouflage, definitely look it up and pick it up. Coming in at number 3 is also a pretty recent one. This is the Masters 1934 collection polo shirt. Bought this at the beginning of March at a Goodwill for $11 and sold at the end of March for $49.95 plus shipping. I was trying to move this before the Masters tournament, and luckily someone did end up buying this. So I was glad to get it out of here and get a really good profit out of that item. Definitely keep an eye out for Masters 1934 collection. I just recently did a video showing the 8 different golf polo brands that I keep an eye out for. So if you guys are interested in that one, I'll leave a link for you guys up here. And number 2 on the list is this FootJoy dress shoe. It's actually a loafer. Surprising because FootJoy mostly makes golf apparel and golf shoes. These are actually a pair of burgundy lizard skin dress shoes. I bought these at Savers for $8.80 back in January, and these sold in February for $179.95. Some of these exotic skinned leather loafers can do really well. Definitely a style you guys want to take a look at if you guys do see it, not just in FootJoy, but even in other brands. They can actually fetch in some money. Crocodile skin, lizard skin, some sort of exotic snake skin, maybe even. Some of those can fetch in for some pretty good monies. And if you guys don't know already what the number one item that sold for me in the first quarter of 2024, I'll also leave a link to that video up here. It is the Milwaukee press tool. I also bought a charger with this separately on eBay, so I ended up spending $27.18 on the entire package and sold everything as one bundle for $1,100 plus shipping. And that is it, the top 10 list for quarter one of 2024. What was your top sale for the first 3 months of 2024? Let me know in the comments below which one that was. I just want to show you guys how I did as a part-time reseller. Maybe this will encourage you to maybe start doing reselling as well on your end, or maybe it'll prevent you from doing reselling. Whatever it might be, that's up to you guys. I still enjoy it. I enjoy thrifting. I enjoy going out to thrift stores and trying to find things to resell. Sometimes you find some really cool things on thrift stores that you never would have thought. Some nostalgic items, some cool fun items, whatever it might be. I enjoy going out to thrift stores, garage sales, and seeing what people are selling or what people are just willing to get rid of and they just don't care the value. But with that being said, that is everything I got for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more thrifting content like this, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.